What, indeed, is the measure of mankind? Were we really put here to be human? Was that the goal of our lives? To be comfortable, to think, to be ourselves, to think human thoughts. All my thoughts were installed there by the trillion-dollar thought installation industry of TV, radio, and internet. They were like predators who pacify their prey by installing a mind and a mindset. Divide and conquer from within each man and woman. Well, I'm done with all that. Today I begin my great return. My true self, my innermost self, is a transcendent being, a timeless spirit which will one day shed the outer clothing of its incarnation, fly home to its final refuge. But first, I will create a refuge here for all who are good and sane, whatever their outer form. May God have mercy on us. Editor's Note by Sue Cannon. I think that future generations might find it interesting that 4 horsemen are mentioned in the Revelation of St. John. One of those 4 horsemen was named War. And I want future humanity to know that War was kind and generous and determined and fair. But over the last few days, it has been very difficult for him to communicate verbally. One day, he may lose all ability to verbalize. So, we will use this diary to communicate. Signed, SC, this day, number 78, since the end of days. Skills, fabrication 3 to 4, healthcare 1 to 2, vehicles 4 to 5. Gained mutation, strong back, night vision, mandibles. Lost mutation, smooth skin, mouth flaps. New missions, trophy hunt 2. New completed missions, water pump construction, trophy hunt 1. Supply the arsonist, chicken coop construction. Find inhaler. Kills 6 zombies, 1 crawling zombie, 4 slimes, 7 small slimes, 1 drowned zombies, 1 tough zombies, 1 headless zombie, 1 batwing zombie, 1 human. Sue says, "Don't leave me, War. Don't ever leave me. I just want to stay right here with you." Talk to Sue Cannon. It doesn't look like War is verbalizing very well today. Alright, we've got to get a faction camp going. Here. At the lumber mill. Let's knock that out real quick, and then we'll do the things that need to be done. To construct a faction camp, we need to build a bulletin board. There it is. You need a wooden panel and 4 planks, 8 nails, tool with hammering, and wood sawing. We'll put the bulletin board in the corner. The next thing to do is to examine the bulletin board. Ah, this bulletin board is not inside a camp. First we have to talk to Sue. We can't do this without her. Let's talk. Not sure, but I think I just want to talk for a bit. Let's chat about your history. What happened? They were shipping me with a bunch of evacuees over to the refugee center when the bus got smashed in by the biggest zombie you ever saw. It was busy with the other passengers, so I did what anyone would do and fucked right out of there. Don't leave me hanging. I ran until I felt like my lungs were going to jump right out of my mouth. I holed up in the forest for the night under a fir tree. In the morning, I heard someone talking, so I went to see. I was playing it pretty careful, though. There were still a lot of psychos and rioters around. I snuck up on some kind of thing, some monster worse than any zombie, some huge bug thing, saying random phrases like some kind of broken tape recorder. It was dragging a few human bodies behind it. I couldn't tell if they were dead or unconscious. Honestly, I didn't wait to find out. I dived into the bushes and tried not to breathe until I couldn't hear it anymore. Once I was okay leaving the bushes, I made my way to an old shed I could see a ways off. It was falling in, but it kept the rain and wind off and gave me a place out of sight. I stayed there until I ran out of those ass-tasting ration bars I'd filled my backpack with. Then, I took on the wandering life until we met.
There's something I want you to do. Let's talk about the camp. I want you to build a camp here. Faction base, bare bones base camp.
Manually add the bulletin board to use. No construction can be constructed anywhere. Name this camp. NECC Mutant Refuge. This. The NECC Mutant Refuge, right next to the New England Church Retreat. NECC is New England Church Community, although sometimes they're called the New England Church Retreat. Let's examine the bulletin board. You do not have sufficient sort zones. Do you want to add them? Please create some sorting zones. You must create a camp food zone and a camp storage zone. Yes. That's correct. So what we do then is we do base camp food, this one. And I'll put it right there. And then you add base camp storage like so. Oh, that should do it. And there you go. We have a base camp. Survey terrain and try to convert it into a field is one option. Expand the base. We can distribute food. Here, we can switch to a follower. You will switch to playing as one of your faction members. Difficulty none, risk none. There's nothing here about a timeout, and we're not going to switch right now, but that's available. Now, we need to add some calories to the larder. We can assign jobs and workers. And of course, we can assign all kinds of various missions, clearing forest, etc. These all cost calories for the follower, so you have to be aware of that. Right now, our camp has no calories. Now, if I put them here, because this is our base camp spot, then we can add those calories. What you do is, yes, this is where we're moving them to. We take something that has calories. For example, the sunflower seeds could be moved there. I think. And then also we go to the foods tab here. Food? Okay. The 5-gallon jug of vegetable soup is something we should be able to move there. Now, for example, if I examine this bulletin board, I should be able to distribute food. Distribute food from the base camp, food zone, to your faction. Distributed food will be banked and used to pay followers for performing labor. Note that distributed food can't be recovered, and distributed perishables will still go bad over time. Really? I'm going to go ahead and distribute food. Do you also wish to distribute comestibles without any calorie value? No. You distribute 390 kcal worth of food to your companions. Okay, let's look. Yes, the gallon jug is now empty, so that has gone into our base camp. We should be able to view, there it is. This faction has approximately 390 kcal in storage, or enough for about 0 hours of moderate work for a healthy adult. So there you go. Now, it's not saying anything about those kcals going bad. I'm not sure how that works. But anyway, that's how you distribute food to your base camp. We now can potentially switch playing as Sue instead of as Marquis War. But we're not going to do that. War has things to do. Let's check the inventory. Well, actually, instead of doing that, I'll do that off camera. Here's my purpose. I want to go to a newly discovered location. I was out gathering cattails. Lab access shaft. North of Wendell. Now there's a place that could really give a man a power up. And maybe we can find a mutant to recruit to stay at our NECC Mutant Refuge. I'm going to sort my inventory and I'll be right back. Alright, I've done what I can with my inventory. I noticed there's, I was checking things out. There was some problems with the audio in the earlier part of this episode. So we'll see how that goes, if it continues. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Scrap the episode? Hate to do that. But we'll see what happens. Let's try to drive down to this point right here. Zombie deer. Let's see, where's he at? Well, it's always good to say yes on that one. Generally, auto drive goes straight for the zombie deer every time. And we're gonna have to drive right past this. Okay, that's a small rock outcropping. There's gonna be some fungus down here, I predict. Yeah, you see there? But if we stick to the tree line, hopefully we won't have any problems with the fungal men. Whoa, you've reached your destination right in front of a rock. Thank you so much, auto drive. Alright, we're getting close. We might as well cut over to the water now. Oops. Look at that. I don't think we can run over those. Cattails. I'm not willing to find out. Wow, there's so many of them. It's cattail heaven. Yeah, we're not going to make it to the river this way, apparently. Turn this back this way. Oh, here's an opening, I think. Well, can we run over a Lotus? Didn't hurt the car, right? And there we go. And we just drive down to... Oh, I was following that mission marker. Is this it? Yeah, lab access shaft. Can't see a path forward, it says. How close are we? Yeah, well, we can't go through the swamp, can we? Ah, there's a riverside dwelling before the lab access, apparently. There's no better highway than a river. Oh my god, look at the cattails. Alright, that looks like the access shaft there. It is. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay, now we can climb over. Now, we ought to be able to get on the bank right here. Perfect. Down we go. What? Why does it give me options for how I want to climb down? That's a bit strange. Try to keep your balance. It's weird. I guess we'll climb down west. It seems risky to climb down like this, and you won't be able to climb back up. Hold on a minute. Examine. This way. Let's peek down. There's no ladder down here. Hold on a minute. What? Can I step over here? Okay. Let's turn on the flashlight. Oh, here we go. Okay. Yeah, the ladder's in two portions. There we go. Okay. Alright, this is going to be tremendously hazardous to our health. But it's worth doing. Good test of our new mutations. Peeking as I go. First level of the lab is some pools of water. And some high gauge pumps and high gauge pipes. Then this heavy machinery blocks the way right here. Okay, I don't need the flashlight actually. It's a little bright in here for me. I would like to turn out the lights because I have night vision. But take a peek down the lab hallway. Oh dear. Card reader that wants a science card. Do you know? I don't think I have one of those. There's some sodium. Little clean water. What else is here? Potassium iodide, sulfuric acid, acetone. This room contains biology protocol. Let's read that. Examine it. Recent developments in mutagen production have rendered the previous priming protocol unnecessary. As of today, testing can begin with the test compound directly in the previous post-priming dosage. Should this dose produce no discernible effect, the subject's origin and any data pertaining to their location in the last year is to be submitted for archival. Tests can resume after a 24-hour incubation period, provided sufficient compound is still on hand. Really? Lots of fresh water here. These scientists were trying to stay hydrated. Oh, hydrogen tank. Wait, what? What is this? A murine sample. A slurry of experimentation. Oh, I see. Used in the creation of mutagenic drugs. 2 cephalopod samples used in the production of mutagenic drugs. There's some books. Out of the holler and into the tools of warfare in the Arabic world. How to succeed in business and the DIY compendium. Okay, we've spotted a tough zombie. Take a peek and see if he's alone. He's alone, it appears. Although not entirely. Okay, there's more samples in this room. I should drop the backpack. Let's look at our encumbrance. Not terrible. Though the canteen is strapped to my torso along with the binoculars, it says. Let's go ahead and take off the binoculars for now. We aren't using them. Here we go. No conflicts. There's a zombie scientist. Ooh, he got the grab. Tries to grab me, but I dodge. Finally got that critical. He didn't have an ID. He did have anti-parasitic drugs. You send the tough zombie reeling for 45 damage. Tries to grab you, but you dodge. Oh, left leg. I'm bleeding. I think it should be safe to pulp these creatures. Let's get our stamina back. What did the tough zombie have on him? Industrial ID card. That's not going to help us here. Grab his smartphone in order to research the lore of the game. I didn't check the fat one either, I don't think. We need to pick... Okay, we can't put the binoculars in our pocket. Alright, fine. Wear the rucksack and then we can get the binoculars. Alright, A Trapper's Life and Crafty Crafter's Quarterly. Potassium. Oh wow, there's a lot of items in this room. Bovoid samples and ether. Aluminum powder, formaldehyde, a troglobite sample. Iranian samples. Ratine samples. My god, they were trying to create anything and everything, weren't they? Ammonium nitrate. Yeah. Can't craft anything with that right now. Okay. Ooh. Half-face gas mask. I'll bet we can't wear that. Can we? Wow, we can wear that over our mandibles? Look. Yeah. The mandibles are the underclothing. The face has got a 38 encumbrance with that on, but often worthwhile to have a gas mask on under any circumstance. Aha. Well, we found a way around and into the lab without an ID, it appears. A lupine sample and phenol, a ratine sample and zinc powder, a bovoid sample. I just heard a creature die. Chiropteran samples. Slime samples. Acrylamide. Acetone. Aluminum sulfide. Disposable battery. Okay, there's a manhack here who's been causing problems for someone. Oh, it's right in front of me, too. That was fast. There's a zombie security guard. Could hold some ammunition for me. This is one of the main concourses of the laboratory. Let's look here. This says lab hallway. Yes, we've accessed the lab hallway. Indeed. Peek around the corner and see what lies ahead. I've got a fat zombie down. Lab hallway extends. Where was that door that had a key card? That here? No. That was here. Interesting. The access card reader didn't go into this hallway, I don't think. But no matter. Okay, don't forget, the high volume rucksack is right back there. Got a few more. I can't loot any of these cell phones right now because I've dropped in my backpack for combat. Ah. We got the grab even. Take the grab. Wow. Okay, good. This is what I was hoping for. The zombie security guard had been issued the same weaponry that I had. So we've got another magazine with some ammunition. We'll unload the other ammo into our pocket. Grab that lighter. Let's unload his pistol. You unload your pistol now. That was his, and it's empty. I don't see any ammo there, so the loose ammo should have gone into our pockets. I don't see it. Guns, magazines, tools, drugs. Yeah, no. It's odd. Anyway, we need to stop the bleeding. Let's get back out of this hallway. Okay, the bleeding stops. I want to reload, let's say, this magazine. You have nothing to reload it with. Where did the ammo go? Oh, I see. I see. When we unloaded the gun, a magazine came out. So what we can do, unload the broken magazine, and then reload the good magazine, then reload the pistol. Huh? Yeah, we should be able to reload with that one. Yeah, that did what I wanted it to do. It just didn't tell me that it was going to do it, so that disturbed me a little bit. Now I should be able to reload the partial magazine. Yeah, with those 3 rounds right there. Okay, we gained a little bit of ammunition. Oh, yeah, that's right. You don't want to smash corpses, like, right before combat anymore. It uses stamina and time. Drop the rucksack over here. That takes a few seconds. Here we go. They seem to be pretty chilly in here. So, did the scientist have a card for us? Did not appear to. We're looking for one who has a wallet. I think it would behoove us to go ahead and eat some aspirin. Let's go ahead and eat 3 of them. That's what I normally do when I'm taking aspirin. Wear the rucksack. We'll further explore this laboratory. I want to go ahead and get these corpses pulped, though. Barrel security guard spotted. That could be bad. This security guard still breathes, but has been lost to some terrible madness. They move among the undead, handgun at the ready, and saucer pupils scanning for threats in a mockery of their former duty. Yes, this can be very, very bad, because these guys carry a pistol. If that thing has ammo in it, he could easily take us out. I think peek throwing at him would be brilliant. So let's try that. I'm going to park myself near... Don't get shot, War. Don't get shot. Okay, he's still behind us. What's a good peek throw location? He's going to come, fortunately, around this corner here. I think if I was going to peek throw, I'd want to do it from down here, preferably. These recessed doors make it difficult. That would have been ideal, actually. Let's peek out. He's going to come up this hallway at some point. Let's wield a Molotov. Want to be walking to conserve stamina. There he is. Okay. Now, it's going to take a little bit of time peek, which will put him closer to me. All right, we need to run down here. Okay. Activate Molotov cocktail. It's lit. We're gonna peek and then throw it. Ah, drats. We missed. Alright, let's wield another one. Light that one. We're gonna peek. Throw. Now there, I don't know. I think that one landed where I wanted it to land. Yes, everything is on fire, but he will probably be smart enough not to go into the fire. I know he will be. Peek again. Oh, we can't see past the fire now. Well, wait. Oh, what we're hearing is things burning, yes. You hear smash. That's the fire burning. This is hot air 3 right here. Is it hot air on me? Probably. I'm gonna have to back up. Right. If I back up, I don't want to get shot, but the fire will provide cover for me. Let's run over here. There we go. Then we can peek this way and look. It's a raging fire. Wield another Molotov. I'm not taking any chances with that guy with the pistol. Now, I have before. Okay, I'm hearing footsteps over here. Oh no, a smashing sound. Raging fire, thick smoke, and hot air. You know what? I could go back the other way. I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, let's do that. Go into a walk. We'll wield the wood axe. What is this? Pickle powder. Nope. There he is, and he's just fine. Yeah, okay. Wield a Molotov. I've got him now, actually. Holy shit. He fires his Beretta and he shoots right through the glass wall. Wow. He's a little bit out of my range. I'm gonna duck behind this wall. Peek. Okay, he's slowly walking forward. There he is. Okay, activate the Molotov. You light it. Peek. Throw the Molotov right on him. Actually, right in front of him. Yeah. Bam! Okay, let's take a peek. Oh, did he not get hit by that? I was just a little bit off, I think. Wield Molotov. Activate Molotov. Peek. Throw. Let's throw it right on him. There. He's on fire. Okay, wield the wood axe. Oh, shit. What was that? Feral mechanic. Alright, we're gonna have to take her out with melee. We can close the door first. You smash her for 37 damage. She hits my torso with a hammer. Okay, we're not bleeding. That was blunt damage. Let's take a peek and make sure nobody's coming around this way. Okay. Close the door. The nape protector might not be bad to have. Okay, we heard glass breaking behind us. This is the way out, right? Yeah, basically it is. We just have to go down and out. Alright, I don't know who that is, and just in case it's feral something or other, I'm gonna keep an eye out. What is it? I think it must be a zombie or mutant of some kind because it's not opening the door. How are we doing? We're doing okay, but we're in distracting pain. I have, yeah. I got something that will deal with that pain. I'm gonna use it. We'll take an oxycodone. Being chilly is not good either. The next time we come down here, I'm gonna bring with me some warmer clothing. Whatever it is, it's breaking all the glass. Or it's fire. One or the other. I'm gonna open the door and peek. Okay, great. Here's an opportunity for us. We've got a zombie scientist times 2. I think we can fight them. I'm gonna drop the rucksack over here. Oh! Oh, I hit the wrong key there. Okay, it's fine. Well, that door is broken and no longer usable. Put the rucksack back on. Alright, did we get a key card or anything? They had a syringe. The hand loader's helper. Ooh, that could be helpful. I'll grab that for sure. Her to smash. Stop smashing? Yes. Have a look. Everything looks kosher. Yeah, well, it only took 4 Molotov cocktails, but we took that feral security guard down. Yeah, he had a Beretta 92 pistol also. There may be usable ammo on his corpse. I'm gonna try to wait for the fire to die down. I don't see anything else in the hallway. Actually, we had been exploring that way down the hallway when we spotted him. Tell you what we'll do. Okay, our pain has gone away, so that's good. This is an okay place to wait because it's warm. Let's just wait 5 minutes. Fire is still burning, so let's wait 30 minutes. I'm starting to pick up some transition, so we're only... Your flashlight ran out of energy. Reload the flashlight. Pretty sure we found some things. Got a light battery. Flashlight's off. That should not run out of energy. Okay. Is this air still hot? Yeah, the air is still hot. Okay, let's wait. Hot air 3, I think, can still harm you. I'm not sure. It says hot air 3. But... I think we can go in here. Ah, he was out of ammunition? Damn it. Okay, he had a wallet on him. Had no ID. Dude had 3 loyalty cards. Alright, I'm gonna finish. Heard a whir. Stop smashing. Okay, did I hear it from over here? That should be fine. Finally, we got this corpse smashed. Wow. Okay, so there's robotic enemies in there. Uh-oh. There's a man hack here. There's a prototype cyborg there. It's about dead. A human fused with a mess of metal parts and wires. While their eyes are empty, the flashes of pain that occasionally cross their face remind you that deep down, there is a person still trapped in this grotesque body. Someone with enough surgical skills might be able to restore some of their humanity, but they'd first need to subdue them somehow. Oh, see, he would be a good candidate for our retreat. However, behind him is a feral security guard carrying a handgun. Someone took out a zombie hunter. I don't know who. I think they're all after me, too. I think they would be unwise to continue without a ballistic vest. Oh my god, the fire is still burning over here. Raging fire, hot air 3, red. Okay, hold on. Run for it. Let's get into the darkness. Okay, the manhack is chasing me down, but the others have not caught up with it. So this is fine. Get back down here. Okay, what's behind the manhack? Prototype cyborg is hot on his trail also. Okay, oh, no. Manhack's in the hallway, fleeing. Oh, it's gonna... That's because it's gonna, go back and forth like a... Yeah, here he comes back for the attack. There we go. Knocked him down. The prototype cyborg will be not far behind. He's injured. I think I could kill him with a single whack, but behind him... The gun-wielding maniac... I could handle just zombies. Okay, there's more unexplored back here. Maybe we should fully retreat from this hallway. I think it's wise. From the northeast, you hear, "You lied to me! Look what you've done!" Followed by an electronic voice saying,
You'll pay for this.
"Oh shit." Oh, zombie scientist. The zombie scientist was carrying a mutated leg. Did I grab the first responder handbook? Why not? Can't believe he was carrying a mutated leg. Alright, with any luck, they don't know that I've slipped in behind these doors here. From the north, you hear glass breaking. Okay. Oh, good. An alternate hallway to get back south. Excellent. No. Not a grappler zombie. Nope, not today, Death. Not today. Now, on top of that, he's gonna be able to bust through those doors. If you remember, I think we read about that being part of the update for this version. The pulped corpse of a scientist is too big to nudge out of the way. Yes. Correct. I was gonna shut the door behind me. Let's just keep moving. Yup, from the north you hear glass breaking. Okay, now here's my question. Yeah, okay, if I go straight south, I should be able to come back out through these doors, theoretically. Yup, he's following me rapidly. There he is, still chasing. What's in this room? voltmeter, oxygen tank, more items here. Let's take a peek. So, induction hot plate, clean water, lye, oxidizer, salt water, cotton balls, etc. Holy crap. This grappler is fast. Oh my god, I hope this comes out. It does. Wow, still chasing me, breaking through every door. Okay. That puts us back at the entrance. I need to get an arc welder, I believe. I'm going to be able to access some parts of the lab. I'll need the arc welder. For sure. For now, I would be afraid to go toe-to-toe with that grappler zombie. Huh, the gate was unlocked. Alright, well, we came out of there with a little bit more ammo. And some batteries. And the first responder books. And that's about it. I am not sure this character is ready for a laboratory. We got some light wounds. Not too bad. We got the rucksack on? Yeah, okay. Not too bad. Whoops. Well, that was the underground laboratory. Holy moly. I knew it was going to be tough in there because the last generation is tougher overall. Just more highly mutated zombies. Now, I wasn't thinking about feral security guards. Just how devastating their guns can be. I mean, go swing by the riverside dwelling real quick. I mean, we didn't get shot, but if we had got shot, this character doesn't have a ballistic vest on. We don't have hemostatic powder. We're gonna have to make more preparations for that laboratory. Definitely. In the meantime, I've got a faction camp to goof around with. I've got food to cook, NPCs to train. Ah, the ammo reloaders. Did we get the ammo loading book? We did, right? Yes. The handloader's helper. Everything you could ever want to know about hand-loading ammunition, sealed with a child-proof cover. Apparently a liability thing, because the chapter on explosive rounds covers them in excellent detail, too. Yes. Yes. Tell you what, I'm gonna pull over, and we'll flip through that book. Oh, pull over. Haha. I'm in a floating car. Here, let go of the controls. Let's flip through that just to see what it is. Ooh, what? That's actually a really good book. Needs healthcare 3 to even understand it. Let's flip through this one. Okay. Looking at it. Hold on, we'll look at the first aid book. First responder handbook can help you craft anesthetic saline solution, hemostatic powder, and rehydration drink. Oh my goodness, can bring your healthcare knowledge to 6. The handloader's helper, on the other hand, I don't know if you're looking at the screen right now, but it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4 pages of recipes. We can now craft, for example, black powder, every known cartridge of every known type for every known gun. Yes. Awesome. No, that was worth going in there. Absolutely. We've increased our knowledge, if not our power. It's time to go home, read, study, craft, cook, mutate. And we'll tackle the lab in a later episode. Hope you've enjoyed this one half as much as I did. I had a frickin' blast. I thought we were dead at least twice. I'll see you in the comments. Take care.